Hello and a very warm welcome. Thank you, Madhulika, for joining in. And today we are diving into the section which talks about soften your approach to pain with others from Awaken the Giant Within. It has so much of wisdom, for developing compassion, emotional intelligence, and relational grace. Ever since we have, read last night's session, I was thinking on the same lines. And today, when I opened this PDF, I was like, oh, wow, what a beautiful coincidence, and how the life is, it is so beautifully. So, I had picked up that book, Life's Amazing Secrets, because it was a lighter book. It would have something different and thoda easy breezy. And it is so much colliding with the topic कि it feels like ये हमारे को cosmically एक guidance है, right? So and I was thinking of you as well at that time कि अच्छा चलो शायद Madhulika will get her answer in this session today. All right, let me very quickly start sharing the screen so that we can read it together. Yesterday, actually, Madhulika, why when Anita joined, why did she correct herself on her vocabulary was because we yesterday read about something that is called as elevating our as much as it is necessary for us to soften the negative words, it is equally important that we start highlighting and making the positive words even more exaggerated and even more powerful so that we feel it in our being. ठीक है. And we had actually, there was an expansive list of positive words, and positive words को even more powerful कैसे बना सकते हैं. तो we chose three words each that we are going to use mostly. We will choose to, use it so often so that, it becomes our normal vocabulary. All right. Yes, Madhulika, please feel free to say.
So, I have a project on this Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And this is 100% based on this. I have picked up this thing. So, I need recordings of yesterday's session as well, and the
Sure,
day
sure.
before yesterday's session as well.
Sure.
Right? Because, see, I have the physical book. I can read the book on my own, but it won't give me multiple perspectives. So, that's why I need, and your
Yes, of
perspective is
course.
always very important.
Ah, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, let's understand. Soften your approach to pain with others. It is difficult to overestimate the impact our transformational vocabulary has on ourselves and on others. We need to remember the value of using what I call softeners and intensifiers. They give us a great degree of precision in our dealing with others, whether it is a romantic relationship, a business negotiation, or all the possible scenarios in between. Years ago, when I thought something was screwed up in my business, I would call the appropriate person and say, I'm really upset, or I'm really worried about this. Do you know what that did? My language pattern automatically put the other person into reaction. Even if it wasn't my intention, often they tended to become defensive, something that prevented both of us from finding a solution to the challenge before us. And it is, when this is being said, I know for a fact that kids are also very much, they also pull up their guards very quickly when they feel that we are attacking on them. And as I keep telling about my youngest one, I make sure that I use a language that does not make her, pull up her guards so that she does not get defensive. And that is very important, in fact, if you want to actually build relationships. So, what I learned to do instead was to say, even if I felt more intensely, I'm a little bit concerned about something. Can you help me? First of all, doing this lowered my own emotional intensity. This benefited both me and the person with whom I was communicating. Why? Because concerned is a much different word than worried. If you say that you are worried about something, you may be conveying the impression that you don't have the faith in this person's abilities. And second, adding a little bit softens the message significantly. So, by lowering my intensity, I enabled the person to respond from a position of strength and also enhanced my level of communication with them. Can you see how this would improve your interactions at home as well? How do you habitually communicate with your kids? Often we don't realize the power of our words have on them. Children as well as adults tend to take things personally, and we need to be sensitized to the possible ramifications of thoughtless remarks. Instead of continually blurting into impatiently, you are stupid or you are so clumsy, a pattern that can in cases powerfully undermine a child's sense of self-worth. Break your own pattern by saying something like, I'm getting a little bit peeved with your behavior. Come over here and let's talk about this. Not only does this break the pattern, allowing both of you to access a better state of intelligently communicate your feelings and desires, but it also sends the child the message that the challenge is not with them as a person, but with their behavior, something that can be changed. This can build what I call the reality bridge, the foundation for more powerful and positive communication between two people, and have a more powerful positive impact on your kids. The key in any of these situations is to be able to break your pattern. Otherwise, in your unresourceful state, you may say things you will regret later. This is exactly how many relationships are destroyed. In a state of anger, we may say things that hurt somebody's feelings and make them want to retaliate, or cause them to feel so hurt that they don't want to open up to us ever again. So we have got to realize the power of our words, both to create and to destroy. Madhurika, do you want to share anything on this so far?
I think this is what we have read yesterday as well, that separate the situation from the person. So this is the same thing what the author wants to say over here. By naming it reality bridge, that we can differentiate the person, separate the person from the behavior, that it
Behavior.
is not you, it is your behavior that can be work upon. That by saying someone that you are a liar or you are lazy, you are lazy. So we can always, in other words, we can say you have a habit of laziness. So let's work around that. Let's work on that. How can we get rid of that? How can we improvise over there in that part? So that doesn't give them the tagging feeling that I'm being labeled and tagged as a lazy person.
Lazy person.
Lazy person.
Yes.
तो मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. It prevents to make them, accept that, because it's very easy for kids to say, okay, fine, I am this way. So to make, tell them that this is you and this is a habit. So it is separate. So you work on your habit, that can be workable. So
Yes.
I think this is what the author wants to
Yes.
say here.
एंड आई थिंक हम बचपन से ये भी सुनते आ ही रहे हैं कि गलती इंसान की नहीं होती, गलती सिचुएशन में होती है। सिचुएशन के ऊपर डील करो, पर्सन को रॉन्ग मत ठहराओ। In any case, whether it is a relationship with your spouse, with your husband, with your anybody, just to
Yeah, it is even otherwise said that don't erase, don't try to remove poor remove poverty.
Yeah.
Poor is different, poverty is different. So it is on the
Hmm.
same way. It's not someone is stupid. It is like they don't have a knowledge regarding something.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe a small area, maybe how to talk, how to behave. So that can be taught, that can be learned. One more
Wonderful.
thing which I underlined
Hmm.
is that we may say things that hurt
Mhm.
someone's feeling and make them want to retaliate or cause them to feel so hurt. This is what generally used. Below the belt, the why people hit below the belt, so that the other person never even tries to come back and try to open with you. You tell them this, the repercussions if you try to get open with me, if you bring out your complaints or maybe your uneasiness to me, i'll uh, I'll not allow you even to open up. So
Yeah.
that's another level of this.
Yes. The German people in is so warlike nation. The German people is so warlike nation. It is solid, soldierly one. It is a soldierly one, which means it does not want a war, but does not fear it. Wow. It loves peace, but it also loves its honor and freedom. Words have been used by demagogues throughout the ages of to murder and subjugate, as when Hitler perverted a nation's frustration into hatred for a small group of people, and in his lust for territory persuaded the German populace to grid for war. Saddam Hussein labeled his invasion of Kuwait and the subsequent hostile, the jihad or holy war, which powerfully transformed the Iraqi citizens' perceptions of the justiceness of their case, of their cause. To a lesser extent, we can see in our recent history plenty of examples of the careful use of words to redefine experience. During the recent Persian Gulf War, the military jargon was unbelievably complex, but it served to soften the impact of destruction that was occurring. During the Reagan administration, the MX missile was renamed as Peacekeeper. The Eisenhower administration consistently referred to the Korean War as police action. जैसे अभी हमारा मिशन सिंदूर. We have got to be precise in the words we use because they carry meaning not only to ourselves but our own experience. Sorry, they carry meaning not only to ourselves about our own experience, but also to others. If you don't like the results you are getting in your communication with others, take a closer look at the words you are using and become more selective. I'm not suggesting that you become so sensitized that you can't use a word, but selecting words that empower you is critical. By the same token, it is also always to our advantage to lower the intensity of our negative emotions. The answer is no. Sometimes we need to get ourselves into an angry state in order to create enough leverage to make a change. All human emotions have their place, as we will talk about in chapter 11. However, we want to make certain that we do not access our most negative and intense states to start with. So please don't misinterpret me. I'm not asking you to live a life where you don't have any negative sensations or emotions. There are places where they can be very important. We will talk about one of them in the next chapter. Realize that our goal is to consistently feel less pain in our lives and more pleasure. Mastering transformational vocabulary is one of the single most simple and powerful steps towards that goal. Be aware of labels that can limit your experience. As I mentioned in the first chapter, I worked with the young boy who was at one time labeled learning disabled and is now evaluated as a genius. You can imagine how that one change in words can radically transform his perception of himself and how much of his ability he now taps. What are the words you want to be known by? What characteristic word or phrase do you want others to identify you with? We have got to be very careful of accepting other people's labels because once we put a label on something, we create a corresponding emotion. Nowhere is this truer than with disease. Everything I have studied in the field of psychoneurology reinforces the idea that the words we use produce powerful biochemical effects. In an interview with Norman Cousins, he told me that of the work he had done in the last 12 years with over 2,000 patients. Time and again, he noticed that the moment the patient was diagnosed, that is, had a label to attach his symptom, he became worse. Labels like cancer, multiple sclerosis, and heart disease tended to produce panic in the patients, leading to helplessness and depression that actually impaired the effectiveness of the body's immune system. Labels. This reminds me of last night's experience. Last night, when my husband came back home a little late, but and I have actually shifted my room. I have come to my own bedroom. So my husband was there and he was listening to me talking to each one of you, but I had my earphone on, so whatever you were talking was not audible to him. And after the session, as I went to my bed and we were sitting, my daughter came to sit along, and my husband just commented, "Hippo," to me, and I did not react. And then my daughter, the youngest one, she started fighting with her dad. आप मम्मी को ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हो, आपको मैनर्स नहीं है, ऐसे नहीं बोलते, बॉडी शेम करते हो आप. मैंने उसको बोला, आई टोल्ड माय डॉटर, हेलो, डू यू थिंक आई एम अ हिप्पो? कहती नहीं, पर पापा ने गलत यूज किया ना वर्ड आपके लिए. मैंने कहा, बट आई डिड नॉट रिएक्ट बिकॉज आई एम नॉट अ हिप्पो एंड आई डिड नॉट इवन गिव इट अ ईयर कि व्हाट इज ही सेइंग आफ्टर दैट. I will listen to him only when he calls me by my name. I will listen to only the things which I resonate with. I'm not listening to him if he's calling me a hippo. I don't want to. You don't need to react because I'm not a hippo. If you think I'm a hippo, then you can go and fight. Then she pointed and she said, "Ha, ye acha hai." This reminds me of how my daughter, the middle one, was always poked by her cousins. You look like a pig. और कल रात को मेरे को वो वापस से याद आ गया कि अरे वाह, आज तो मैं भी पास हो गई, आज तो मैं भी पास हो गई. People may label you any which ways. It is your choice whether you respond back to it or not, depending on are you accepting, what are you being called. And my husband got a good lesson. He's like, "Acha, meri jaan, meri sweetheart." I'm like, "Ha, that's better. Yes, tell me what is it. I like it." I complimented him that yes, I like this word for myself. And then he knows it. कि हाँ, हिप्पो विप्पो बोलेगा तो ये तो सुनती ही नहीं है. मेरा सिर मालिश कर दे, ये कर दे, वो कर दे. भैया जान बोलोगे, स्वीट बोलोगे, किशी बोलोगे, करिश्मा बोलोगे, I'll do anything for you. But if you use a word that I do not resonate with, I'll not take it. I'll just not let it enter my, my peripheral. All right. That was a little story of my last night. Madhulika, do you want to share something?
Yes, it is. I can resonate with your story. If you want to accept, you take the gift. Otherwise, let it fall on the floor.
Exactly. बीके शिवानी says this so beautifully. कोई गिफ्ट दे रहा है आप नहीं लेते हो तो क्या होगा? वापस ले जाएगा वो, आपके पास तो नहीं आया ना. It's as simple as that. And you don't have to, lose your peace of mind because somebody is coming and saying something. अरे मुझे चाहिए ही नहीं, तुझे जो बोलना है बोल हवा में. अगर तू ऊपर फेंकोगे नहीं ले रहा ना वो आसमान, it will come back to you. Do whatever.
Right.
And I think that keeps me in a lot of peace because I take only what I want to take. When I ask for feedback from somebody and they criticize me, I take it very positively because I'm asking for that.
Right.
बट अगर अब रैंडमली कोई आके भी कोई करेगा, मैं ठीक है भैया जो बोलना बोल ले, वैसे मैं फिर भी कान जरूर दे दूंगी क्योंकि आई नो इट इज फॉर माई ओन बेनिफिट. बट वेन इफ इट इज नथिंग टू डू विद व्हाट आई वांट टू वेयर, वेयर एवर माई फोकस इज, आई विल जस्ट लेट इट पास. चल भाई आगे बढ़ो. And now a pause for our sponsor. Sometimes vocabulary is even more transformational than bargained for, a fact to which several major advertisers can at least. After translating their slogan, "Come alive, you are in the Pepsi generation," into Chinese, corporate officials were stunned to discover that they had just spent millions of dollars announcing Pepsi brings your ancestors back from the grave. Chevrolet, mystified by sluggish sale of this new Nova compact in Latin America, eventually discovered the Spanish translation of Nova, it doesn't go. Arre wah. Conversely, studies proved that if patients could be freed of the depression produced by certain labels and a corresponding boost was automatically produced by their immune systems. Words can produce illness, words can kill. Cousins told me. Therefore, wise physicians are very careful about the way they communicate. That's one of the reasons why Fortune Management, our practice management company, we work with doctors not only helping them to build their businesses, but in teaching them how to enhance their emotional sensitivity to enable them to contribute more. If you are in a profession where you work with people, it's imperative that you understand the power of words to impact those around you. If you are still skeptical, I suggest that you simply test transformational vocabulary on yourself and see what happens. Often in seminars, people say things like, "I am so angry about what this person did to me." I'll ask them, "Are you angry or are you hurt?" Just asking them that question often makes them reevaluate the situation. When they select a new word and say, "I guess I'm hurt," you can instantly see their physiology reflect a drop in intensity. It's not lot easier, it is a lot easier for them to deal with hurt than it is with anger. Similarly, you can try lowering your emotional intensity in areas you may not have thought of. For instance, instead of using the phrase "I'm starving to death," what if instead you said, "I feel a little hungry"? अरे ये तो बोलते ही मेरे को starving to death में एक्चुअल गुड़गुड़ हुई थी and I still feel hungry. I feel little hungry. God gave me a little, quicker result कि हाँ ठीक है, इतनी भी नहीं है, इतनी भी भूख नहीं लगी अभी. I can wait. By using that, you will discover, as I have, that you can literally lower the intensity of your appetite in a matter of moments. Yes, it's true. I just actually realized that. Sometimes people overeat simply out of the habitual pattern of whipping themselves into an emotional frenzy. Part of it starts with the language they use consistently. At a recent Date with Destiny seminar, we witnessed a great example of the power of using words to change someone's state instantly. One of the participants came back from dinner absolutely radiant. She told us that right before the dinner, she had an incredible urge to cry and ran out of the room bawling. Everything was all jumbled up, she said. I felt like I was going to burst. I thought I was going to have a breakdown. But then I said to myself, no, 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 you are having a breakup. That made me laugh. And then I thought, no, you are having a breakthrough. The only thing she had changed was one word. But by taking control of her labeling process, her vocabulary, she completely changed her state and her perception of her experience and thus transformed her reality. Now is your chance. Take control. Notice the words you habitually use and replace them with the ones that empower you, raising or lowering the emotional intensity as appropriate. Start today. Set this processional effect in motion. Write down your words, make your commitment, follow through, and know what the power of this simple tool in and of itself will accomplish without using anything else. Next, let's take a look at something that's equally fun and equally simple to empowering you to manage your emotional consistency. Together, let's blaze a trail of possibility as you destroy the blocks, break down the wall, let go of the rope, and dance your way to success. A power of life metaphors. That is chapter number 10 that we will be diving into in the next session. That is on Monday. Wow, what a beautiful way to end this week, right? From on Monday, we'll be starting chapter number 10. But yes, this reminds me of a very beautiful example that is during the winters. You know how kids do not like to wear sweaters, they do not like to wear jackets, and then they keep on telling you, "Itni thand hai, thand hai, bahut zyada thand hai." And I, since I'm wearing a jacket, and I just go out and I open my arms and I tell them, "It's so freshening." And I keep on telling them always. I always tell them this. And the moment, when I tell them, they also try to feel it and then they're like, हाँ अब आपका शुरू हो जाएगा पता है तुम जो बोलते हो ना वही सच हो जाता है. And when I have read this chapter now, I realize it actually makes a difference because of the words that we are using. Likewise, जब लाइट चली जाती है गर्मियों में बहुत लाइट जाती है, right? And light जाती है and there are times when the inverter also goes off. And my kids are like, गर्मी है, AC नहीं है, ये है, वो है. And I'm like, हाँ, शांति से, without a speck, even a pin drop of noise. कितना मजा आ रहा है सोने में. And the problem is that even when everybody is up, since I tell myself such words, I keep on saying myself these words. Yo. It's so much easier for me to sleep without even a fan. I just go off to sleep and everybody in the family is like, पता नहीं कैसे सो जाती है ये. And I'm like, because I don't feel that, इतनी गर्मी मुझे नहीं लगती. Even when I was sitting in that room, there was no AC. इतनी scorching heat में भी I just managed it. Why? Because अरे इतना भी गर्म नहीं है यार. It's okay. बस इतना सा word
All
works.
here. Yeah.
So it works. It works. And try आप भी करो हम भी कर ही रहे हैं and yes I now I understand because I've been doing it but I did not understand the concept कि हाँ ये words shift कर रहे हैं. I thought कि हाँ मेरी energy ऐसी है but yes those words are creating that energy and it's a beautiful experiment that we can keep doing with ourselves. Actually when कुछ गड़बड़ होए ना तब ये use करके देखोगे तो that will be more you will feel the impact more. गर्मी में बैठ के देखो और बोलो अपने आप को नहीं, इतनी भी गर्मी नहीं है, ठीक ही है, बस ठीक ठाक ही है। Yeah. All right, Madhulika, do you want to share anything before we close this session today?
It's all mind game. Um, it's all mind game. Uh, if we are sitting in a home without electricity, I'm sure no one is going to die out of garmi, out of heat, right? We all will survive. If I say it's too hot, still I will survive. But I'll make it difficult for myself to survive. But if I say that's fine, matlab, it's not that hot. I mean, it's okay. It is bearable. I'm sitting under roof and all that. If we consider that, definitely it will make easy for us to survive, to let that moment pass through. So it is all, yes, it is all magic of words.
People keep on asking me, your husband keeps on watching your tab all night. मेरी भी जेठानी, in fact, she was telling me, नीरज अगर फोन देखता रहता है, टैब देखता रहता है, उसकी वॉल्यूम भी वो बंद नहीं करता है, तुझको नींद कैसे आती है? आई कैन नॉट स्लीप. एंड आई वाज लाइक थिंकिंग अबाउट इट, एंड नाउ आई रियलाइज कि मैं नीरज को कहती हूँ, यार आवाज थोड़ी सी कम करना. इवन ही डज इट और नॉट, आई टेल माई सेल्फ, हाँ आवाज कम हो गई है, नींद आ गई. I sleep. I sleep. So now I am understanding what I'm doing with myself. I'm not letting the environment affect me. I'm making my words more powerful than anybody else saying anything. Or maybe it is a deliberate choice that I'm doing. अब पर ये words अब पता चल गया कि टोनी रॉबिन्स ने बता दिया कि भैया words use कर रहे हो, उसकी वजह से ये हो रहा है.
You know, Karishma, when a truth is said with the whispering doubts,
Hmm.
it's no more a truth,
Hmm.
because it comes with doubts. So
Hmm.
that is how people manipulate with their words only.
Hmm.
They don't enter in your head with their shoes on or something. It's just the words, what, and if even a lie is being told to you with a very confident way, in a very confident way, which we do with our kids. Generally, if I was not good in Sanskrit when I was in class 5, हमारे टाइम में तो होती थी संस्कृत क्लास 5 में.
हाँ,
तो
मेरी भी थी.
हाँ, तो if my teacher has told me at that time, this कि ये तुम्हारे बस की नहीं है, I have taught you so many times, you don't know how to do this. Because she was an authoritative person at that time. She knew the subject, and she was so confidently saying to me, so confidently she said that to me that I cannot doubt her confidence because she is the figure of authority, right? So that psychology works. So I cannot doubt her confidence, that because she knows better than me. So I have no choice but to believe her. And once I believe her, I am again in the same trap.
Your whatever you believe is your reality.
Yeah, and otherwise she could have told me that let's work on it. Let me make this task simpler for you.
Simple.
Let me break this task in pieces and let's go one step at a time. I would have been different. My confidence would have been different. Rather, because of my narrative qualities, the teacher picked me for shlokas recitation, but I had no clue what I'm recitating. If because I didn't had because I was not relating with that, and I went blank on stage. I just went blank, and what echoed in my ears were the words of my Sanskrit teacher, and I just left the stage, and I didn't went to school for a week's time because I was feeling so small and so ashamed. Those words, they build up, build up, build up, build up, build up. Because On the other hand, if the teacher would have given me confidence, maybe I could have delivered it with confidence. Or if even if I would have forgotten the words, still I will not be in that shame and that guilt. It was just a matter of choice of words for that teacher. Her words worked as a sword, as a blade to me. Rather, on the other hand, they could have worked as building blocks for me.
बच्चे होते हैं ना, बच्चों के लिए तो इवन इफ पेरेंट्स से समथिंग, लाइक आई वाज शेयरिंग द अदर डे, आई जस्ट टोल्ड वेरी कैजुअली टू माय डॉटर, द यंगेस्ट वन, तू तो पागल है, छोड़। शी केम बैक टू मी, यू नो व्हाट, एक दिन मैं पागल हो ही जाऊंगी वैसे ये सुन सुन के कि तू तो पागल है। एंड आई वाज लाइक, ओ माय गॉड, सॉरी, आई डिडंट नो यू वर टेकिंग इट सो
The
लिटरली।
Karishma, on that day only, I was just about to share this with you. I don't know what stopped me. Maybe I was in my session or something. But I met with a friend and she told me that we have a level of words, that these words will not be used for anyone. Come what may. Come what may. तो वही मैं अपने, मेरा एक कजन है, वो यहीं साइड में ही रहता है, मैं उसको बता रही थी कि मेरी एक फ्रेंड है जो अपने घर में पागल तक भी यूज नहीं करते हैं, बेवकूफ, पागल, है ना, ये वर्ड्स यूज ही नहीं करने, तो मतलब कोई कैसे लड़ाई करेगा, फिर तो आप अपने बस थॉट्स कन्वे करोगे कि ये गलत किया तूने, ये मुझे ठीक नहीं लगा, यही बोलोगे। तो कहता यार बात तो तेरी सही है, मेरे को कहता। और हमारे तो बचपन में उसकी
यानी
दो
क्या
बड़ी
क्या होता।
बहनें, उसकी दो बड़ी बहनें, एक छोटा भाई है, तो जो बड़ी, सबसे बड़ी वाली बहन थी, वो कहता वो तो हमें बोलती ऐसी थी, कुत्ते खाना खा ले। मतलब कहता हमें,
हम्म,
हमारा तो
बट आई
बात ही
थिंक
ऐसे
आई,
होती थी।
no, but the thing is that I think, Madhulika, the times have changed a lot. Kids have become, even kids have become more sensitive to such words. हमारे टाइम पे I don't think हम लोगों को मम्मी पापा ने भी अगर कुछ बोला होगा, we would have retaliated, और हमारे दिमाग में बैठ गया होगा कि अब तो हम बेवकूफी हैं, हमारे को तो आता ही नहीं, हम तो
नहीं
नालायक हैं।
पर करिश्मा, इसमें एक
बेटा।
चीज और भी है। एट दैट टाइम, सी, इन अर्लियर टाइम्स इट वाज सती
हम्म।
प्रथा।
हम्म।
तो तब भी तो लोगों को बुरी नहीं लगती थी, गलत तो थी ना। The thing which is, it's not, which has been practiced with the maximum people is right.
हाँ, ऑफ कोर्स।
Right, it is, मुझे कभी कभी लगता है कि it is not being sensitive about our kids, but when it comes to us also, from maybe someone elder in our family, if they will say me something, something which is not resonating with my
इनएप्रोप्रिएट।
personality, so I'll feel definitely bad. I mean, it's not good for me. That
हम्म।
means they are trying to make me feel small.
हम्म।
तो अगर ये सेंसिटिविटी हमारे में बाद में आती है और अब हमारे बच्चों में पहले आ गई, तो शायद वो ज्यादा समझदार है हमारे से।
दे आर वेरी मच इंटेलिजेंट, यस, ऑफ कोर्स। मैं तो
नो,
अपने डॉटर को रोज कहती हूँ, भाई तू तो मेरी, आई वाज
हमने
टेलिंग माय डॉटर
30 साल
यस्टरडे।
होके शुरू किया ये, कि हम सेंसिटिव होना शुरू हुए, कॉलेज तक हमें बिल्कुल अक्ल नहीं थी, है ना, 25 साल के बाद में हमें समझ में आई कि ओके, दिस इज नॉट फॉर मी, समवन कैन नॉट टॉक टू मी लाइक दिस। अगर मेरे बच्चे को आज 14 साल का है, उसको पता है, तो आई फील यस, ही इज मोर स्मार्टर एंड इंटेलिजेंट
यस।
देन मी।
Yes. अभी मैं, while I was coming on my own floor, I met my Jithani in between, and I was telling her कि how, whenever I give any example of Noor in the session, it it makes me feel कि यार, I am learning so much from my own kids. I am privileged कि यार बच्चों को इतनी awareness already है. The eldest daughter, I was talking to her the other day, and she was telling me that I am answering a few questions to myself, and these are the emotional states that I am in, and I'm like, oh hello, तुझको कहाँ से मिले वो questions? I am writing those questions for the people around, but you are working on them yourself. Please send me the questions as well. I would love to understand what are you doing and what are you reading and what is it? Are you reading some book? And she's like, no, no, I'm not reading any book. There were some questions that I wanted to ask myself since ages. And I'm like, ages? You are just, you're not even 20 yet. You have been thinking for ages to answer these
और
questions.
20 साल में हमें समझ भी नहीं थी। सी हाउ फॉरवर्ड दे आर, हाउ स्मार्टर दे आर।
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Question.
Also, I feel this generation is, and if you are ready, you can learn from anywhere. So if
Absolutely.
you are ready, you can learn from your kids also.
Yes. I still remember when I started off in the coaching industry, my daughter, I had some liking for psychology always. I always wanted to understand लोग क्यों कुछ भी कर रहे हैं क्यों कर रहे हैं. I
हाँ
never
हाँ
had
हाँ.
an opportunity to study psychology, but I asked my daughter to take psychology as a main subject in 11th, 12th. So instead of maths, she opted for psychology. And whenever she used to study something, I will go and ask her, आज क्या पढ़ाया तुमको? आज क्या पढ़ाया तुमको? And when she
हम्म.
would tell me, na, I was very inquisitive and I was very happy. So while going from here, she left all her psychology books कि ये लो अब पढ़ लेना आपने मेरे को इसलिए लेके दी थी ना so that you could study psychology. Because she used to be very pissed off at me in the 11th standard that क्या मुझको साइंस वाला सब्जेक्ट लेके दे दिया मुझे नहीं पढ़ना but I for a very long period of time I used to think कि इसको इतनी समझना इसलिए है क्योंकि she studies psychology.
Hmm.
But now when I talk to my other kids and they also talk in the same patterns, I feel nahi yaar, it's coming from somewhere else. They have come with a different downloads in their life. But when I was telling you about how when I started off with the coaching this thing, um, she was the one who would train. She would come to
Hmm.
me, she would ask me, क्या पूछ रहे हो क्या बोल रहे हो आज किसके बारे में बोल रहे हो. I would tell her, you know what, this is how you should go about it. लोगों को ना ये प्रॉब्लम है एक्चुअल में, उनको समझ नहीं आ रही ये प्रॉब्लम है. एंड आई यूज्ड टू बी लाइक ये क्या बोल रही है, इसको कहाँ से पढ़ा, इसने तो कोई सेशन ही नहीं अटेंड किया,
हाँ, हम
ये
भी तो
कहाँ
सीख
से
के
आ
आए
रहा है
हैं.
भाई. ये
सीरियसली, हम
कहाँ
तो
से.
सीख के आए हैं और फिर भी हम यहाँ तक ही पहुंच पाए हैं. You're right. Before designing this poster, I designed the poster and I showed it to my son. 12th में ही है अभी. और उसने इसकी काया ही पलट दी. उसने बोला इसको यहाँ डालो, इसको ऐसे करो, इसको ऐसे करो.
They
And
are very much smart.
they are smarter than us. Yes, yes, a lot, a lot. और पता है क्या करिश्मा, अभी जो आप बोल रहे थे ना कि बाकी बच्चों में भी कहाँ से आया. When a mother reads, the children learn. When the mother reads, children grows. And this is what I have experienced at my home as well.
The other day I was even actually feeling कि कितना सही है ना. So when I was taking these sessions from the other room, and अगर पापा कुछ भी बोल देंगे किसी भी बच्चे को, that first child will come out of the room, they will not sit with papa and they will sit in that room and they will do their whatever XYZ. But I still know that थोड़ा सा ही कान में जा रहा हो कुछ तो जा ही रहा होगा. कुछ तो जा ही रहा होगा. And as much as whatever I am saying, I am building an accountability system with them unconsciously, because when I do something wrong, they come back on me and they say, अपने सेशन में तो आप ये बोलते हो, आज आप ये कर रहे हो, ऐसे बोले हो. And I'm like, oh my God. And that gave me a joy, a feeling of joy as well कि अच्छा ये सुनते भी है. You're on mute.
और अच्छा भी है, if someone is correcting us, they are giving us reminder, because behavioral changes are too difficult to, inculcate. It is easy to preach, but difficult to practice.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you have a quick check at your home, nothing like it.
Yes. तो वन ऑफ माई मेंटर्स यूज टू से कि अगर अकाउंटेबिलिटी पार्टनर अपने को आपको कोई चाहिए ना, मेक योर किड्स योर अकाउंटेबिलिटी पार्टनर, बिकॉज दे when get to watch you doing something wrong, that is their pride.
हाँ,
You are
जान खा
building
जाएंगे ना
their
वो
worth.
हमारी.
ये it will be building their self-worth, and you will be correcting yourself every single time you will be doing anything. All right, let's close this session here. We shall meet on Monday. Till then, take care of yourself, enjoy, have a great weekend, and see you tonight at 10 p.m. Mwah. Love you.
Yes. See you
Bye.
tonight. Bye.